Watch this entire video before stepping foot in Costco. 15 products are about to disappear forever from the shelves. No announcements, no clearance sales, just empty shelves. The secret lies in the Death Star mark, a signal that only the most savvy shoppers notice to start stockpiling. From essentials like canned tomatoes to kitchen paper towels, quality is declining and prices are fluctuating. Especially, I will show you why I cleared out my stock of olive oil after hearing about number 7. We will delve into each item so you won't regret seeing double the prices at other retail stores. Information is the best protection. Let's find out right away. Before diving into the list of things you need to stock up on right now, let me show you why this warning is not an exaggeration. Many of us often have this subjective mindset that, oh, it's Costco, they'll restock next week. But the reality in 2024 and early 2025 dealt a heavy blow to that shopping habit. There are legendary products that have truly disappeared forever, leaving behind regret and gaps in family budgets. Let's start with the first 3 names. Valuable lessons about waiting until you need something to buy it. First, let's talk about the item that has broken the hearts of millions of cooking enthusiasts. Kirkland brand chocolate chips. If you are someone who enjoys baking at home, you surely know how precious this bag of chocolate is. It's not just an ingredient, it's the gold standard for quality relative to price. But the truth is, Costco officially discontinued it in 2024. Why was such a best-selling product discontinued? The answer lies in the figure of 200%. That is the surge in cocoa prices on the global market. Many experts explain that when input material costs rise too high, a private label like Kirkland will find itself in a bind. Either raise prices to match premium brands and lose the low-cost advantage, or stop production to protect its reputation for always having the best prices. And Costco chose the second option. Now, looking up at the shelves, you only see Nestle. Don't get me wrong, Nestle is still fine. But for those who are used to the rich, less sweet taste of Kirkland, this is a real downgrade. What is the lesson here? When you see fluctuations in global commodity prices, never think it doesn't relate to your wallet. Those who noticed the asterisk, on last year's price tags, and stocked up a few bags are now saving dozens of dollars each month. Next is a product that has captured the attention of many health-conscious individuals. Kirkland Organic Soy Milk. At the beginning of 2025, this item suddenly vanished from the shelves without any clearance sale or discount announcement. Many people emailed Costco directly and received a cold response. Discontinued due to slow sales. This is a reminder that at Costco, the affection of a group of customers is not enough to keep a product if it does not achieve economies of scale. Previously, you only paid about $1.54 for a 32-ounce carton of soy milk when buying in bulk at Costco. Now, to find an equivalent product in traditional supermarkets, you have to pay 3 times as much. 3 times. If a family consumes soy milk daily, the difference over a year is enough to make you gasp. These cartons of milk have a shelf life of up to 18 months at room temperature. But because we were too complacent, we missed the opportunity to stock up on one of the best value items in Costco's history. The third product on this list that has been discontinued is the pre-sliced grilled beef in the deli section. This is a lifesaver for the busy breakfasts of every family. But throughout 2024 and early 2025, it quietly withdrew from warehouses nationwide. The reason? Again, it's a harsh economic puzzle. Livestock prices are being driven to record highs due to sharply rising breeding and operating costs. Costco's business philosophy is very clear. If they cannot offer a truly great deal to their members, they would rather remove the product than sell it at a high market price. This disappearance leaves consumers with a tough question. Will you accept buying grilled beef elsewhere at 4 times the price, or will you have to change your family's eating habits? I have a small suggestion from personal experience. If you still see whole grilled beef pieces in the business center area, buy them along with a home meat slicer. That's the only way to recreate the value that Costco once brought to us. Don't wait until 2026 because the forecast for beef prices still shows no signs of cooling down. The 3 products above are just the tip of the iceberg. They are proof that Costco is not afraid to discontinue our favorite items if the profit equation no longer adds up. If you find this information useful for preparing your family budget for 2026, take a moment to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That's the best way for you to always receive the earliest market alerts before it's too late, helping us build a wise shopping community and protect each other. And now, we will move on to an even more important part. Those are products that haven't completely disappeared yet, but are quietly being replaced or are on the brink of extinction due to global agricultural crises. Especially product number 7 coming up, it is dubbed liquid gold, and the reason behind its instability will make you reconsider your entire food pantry at home. Let's explore it together right now. In the business world, this is a form of trust betrayal. Costco quietly changed suppliers to cut costs, and the result is that we annual fee-paying members are receiving what I bluntly call a bait and switch. Let's expose the 3 most typical names that are causing an uproar in the community. This is a basic dish, but the soul of many family dinners: country French bread. Previously, this pair of $6 loaves was the pride of the bakery section, with a crispy crust and a soft, airy interior. But recently, an alternative version has appeared and immediately received a barrage of criticism from users. Why did I include it on this list? Because this is a sign that even the most basic food items are not safe from the wave of cost cutting. On Costco member forums, many people complain that the new bread has a rubbery texture and a bland taste like industrial frozen food. A viewer left a comment full of disappointment. I have been buying it for 5 years, but yesterday's loaf was the last time. It is no longer French bread, it is an insult. When trust and quality is traded for a few cents of profit, that's when we should consider looking for a local artisan bakery instead of continuing to throw money at a product that has lost its soul. The 5th product is a classic example of being replaced by something worse. Kirkland Sports Drink was once a formidable competitor to Gatorade, with a flavor that was just as good but at half the price. However, this product has been discontinued and replaced with a new line that Costco advertises as an improvement. But what about the reality? This improvement was met with a strong backlash from consumers due to the overpowering chemical aftertaste. This is a psychological tactic. When a private label product becomes too successful, the pressure of rising production costs forces Costco to face 2 choices: raise the price of the old product or discontinue it to launch a cheaper new formula under the same name. They chose the second option. If you are an athlete or simply need to replenish minerals, be careful. Don't be fooled by the Kirkland label into thinking that quality always stays the same. Sometimes, stocking up on the last batches of old inventory turns out to be the wisest decision you've ever made. The last name in this section is a living legend on borrowed time: Kirkland Organic Soybean Butter. This used to be a must-have product because it only contains soybeans and salt, extremely healthy. But recently, if you pay attention, you will notice that its texture has changed. Hundreds of comments on social media are spreading a heartbreaking truth. The current soybean butter is overly separated, becoming too airy or too hard at the bottom of the jar. Insights from savvy shoppers indicate that the supplier has been changed to maintain low prices amid inflation. When an iconic product undergoes a quality overhaul but retains its packaging, it is the clearest warning for 2026. Nothing is eternal. If you are lucky enough to find jars of butter from the old batch with stable quality, buy them as a backup immediately, because the future of this product is very uncertain. It's truly sad to witness the gradual lowering of gold standards, isn't it? I share this not to cause panic, but to help us become discerning consumers, not fooled by the cheap price tag. If you also feel disappointed with the change in quality of a product at Costco, please leave a comment below to warn others. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to continue joining me in the fight to protect our wallets and quality of life. Now, let's set aside the disappointments to get to the most important part of today's video. We will talk about items that are about to become as rare as gold due to the global agricultural crisis. This is no longer about liking or disliking, but about having money and still not being able to buy good stuff. Let's keep going. Let's talk about what experts are calling liquid gold: Kirkland Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil. Why do I use the term liquid gold and why do I urge you to act immediately? Look at the actual numbers. A 2-liter bottle of olive oil at Costco is currently priced at around $21. This is an unbelievable bargain because in stores outside, this number is doubling, even tripling for the same quality. But this price at Costco is like a candle burning at both ends. It can't last much longer. The reason behind this instability is a sad story of the agricultural industry. Europe, especially Spain and Greece, the places that supply most of the olive oil for the Kirkland brand, are enduring record-breaking heat waves not seen in decades. Climate change has significantly reduced harvest yields. Not stopping there, the fruit fly epidemic is attacking the remaining orchards, depleting the global supply. One piece of information you need to know is, the world is facing the risk of running out of pure olive oil in the coming year. When the supply breaks, Costco will be forced to do one of two things. Either raise the price to $40, 50 per bottle to keep the product on the shelves, or simply remove this private label because there are no more raw materials to bottle. Both scenarios lead to one outcome. You will never be able to buy quality olive oil at this price again. This is the stock up now situation that I warned about right at the beginning of the video. However, don't buy it and then let it spoil wastefully. Olive oil is a sensitive food. To preserve its nutritional value and flavor for up to 2 years, you must absolutely not keep it near the cooking area, where the temperature is high. Keep it in the darkest, coolest place in your basement or kitchen cabinet away from heat sources. Light and temperature are the #1 enemies that cause oil to oxidize. If you store it properly, you are owning a real treasure in the current context of food inflation. If you find these in-depth analyses help you gain a clearer understanding of the market, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. Your support is the motivation for me to continue delving into challenging economic reports and bringing you the most practical advice. And don't leave just yet, because right after this, we will move on to another group of products. They are not as rare as olive oil, but they are being attacked by a quieter monster called shrinkflation. You still see them on the shelves, the prices remain the same, but you are being subtly robbed without even realizing it. Let's uncover the next names on this list of 15 products together. At Costco, they are called staple items. But right now, those foundations are shaking violently. Not because they are not good, but because geopolitical and agricultural upheavals are pushing them onto the danger list. If you are a homemaker worrying about every meal for your family, this is a part you cannot miss. First, take a look at the cans of diced tomatoes or Kirkland brand tomato sauce. This is the most basic ingredient for everything from pasta to soup. But did you know, the tomato processing industry in California is going through a dark period. The cultivated area has fallen to a record low in the past 50 years. The reason is that operating costs, from fertilizers to labor, are crushing farmers' profits. When supply tightens, small retail supermarket chains have started doubling their prices. Why am I advising you to shop at Costco right now? Because currently, Costco is still struggling to maintain wholesale prices for 8 to 10 can packs. A simple calculation. Buying a pack here saves you nearly $15 compared to buying it retail outside. With a shelf life of several years, adding 2 to 3 packs of tomatoes to your cart is not a waste. It's a smart investment for your family's dinner in 2026. Next is coconut oil, a versatile product for everything from cooking to skincare. Like olive oil, coconut oil is also a victim of climate change. In the main raw material regions, production is declining, causing Costco to gradually phase out this product by region to consolidate stock for larger warehouses. I have noticed many coconut oil price tags starting to show an asterisk. If your family considers coconut oil an irreplaceable ingredient, buy a backup immediately. A large jar of Kirkland coconut oil costs only 1/3 of what it would in high-end health food stores. Don't wait until it's completely gone and then regret having to spend an exorbitant amount to buy a tiny jar elsewhere. And the 10th product on this list is maple syrup. This is a typical example of the fragility of the supply chain. The freezing and thawing cycle of the maple trees is being disrupted by erratic weather, making sap harvesting extremely difficult. Like the story of cocoa I mentioned at the beginning of the video, once the cost of raw materials exceeds a certain threshold, the Kirkland brand will be the first to be crossed off the list to protect Costco's profit margins. Currently, Costco's syrup bottle is still the best deal on the market. Remember that maple syrup can be stored for a long time in the refrigerator. Having 1 to 2 spare bottles will help your children's weekend breakfasts retain their familiar flavor without straining the parents' wallets. And now, brace yourselves, because we are about to move on to a more sophisticated part. We will talk about the items that Costco hasn't removed. They are still there, but they are being gnawed at in terms of quality and quantity, a trick called shrinkflation. Don't be fooled by the familiar packaging. I'll show you the truth right after this. In this section, let's talk about a sophisticated form of product phasing out. The old product disappears, replaced by a version that looks exactly the same but is less in quantity or worse in quality. You don't see the price increase, but the value you receive is gradually shrinking. Let me show you how the last 4 names on today's list are invisibly picking your pocket. Let's look at 2 household items that almost every home has: FlexTech trash bags and Kirkland brand paper towels. This is where the scenario of quality degradation is most evident. Recently, if you have the feeling that the kitchen paper rolls are running out faster than usual, or the trash bags suddenly tear easily when containing heavy items, then I'm sorry, your intuition is completely correct. There have been thousands of reviews on Costco's homepage and shopping forums reporting that the kitchen paper towels are significantly thinner and no longer absorb as well as before. A longtime customer wrote, "I used to love this product because 1 sheet was enough to clean up a spill, but now I have to use 3 sheets." With the trash bags as well, the FlexTech technology seems to have been toned down to reduce plastic costs. This is how Costco maintains the old prices. They don't raise the money, they just make you use more products in a shorter time. When quality is quietly sacrificed like that, the reality is that you are paying more for each use without even realizing it. The 14th product is an extremely popular snack, organic pink grapefruit cup. This is a typical example of a product disappearing completely because it couldn't withstand the cost pressure. Many warehouses have officially removed this product without any notice. The reason? The high operating costs of cold storage and plastic packaging have wiped out its profit margin. Instead of resorting to quantity reduction tricks, Costco chose to completely phase them out to make room for other products that bring better profits. If you still see them at your branch, cherish those last jars, because according to internal reports, they are on the list to go in 2026. Finally, it is not a specific product, but a general rule for all types of Kirkland brand laundry detergents and fabric softeners. Pay close attention to the bottle cap and the usage instructions. You will see companies reducing the size of the caps or changing the concentration. The goal is for you to spill too much or use up the bottle of detergent faster than expected. This is a form of discontinuing the old value business to force consumers into a new spending loop faster. Keen observation is the only weapon to prevent you from being led astray in a context where everything is quietly being cut back. It's really frustrating to feel like you're paying the same amount for something of lesser value, isn't it? But that is the reality of the current market, and my job is to help you see through those tricks to make the wisest shopping decisions. And now, after going through the list of 15 products, the biggest question is, what should you do next? Don't panic, because I have prepared an extremely calm and scientific action strategy to help you stock up on the right things at the right time without wasting anything. Let's move on to the final part: survival strategies for Costco members in 2026. At this point, many of you might feel anxious or want to rush to the warehouse to fill up your carts. But let's pause for a moment. My goal is not to create panic buying, but to help you have a smart, calm, and measured action strategy. Tactics: smart, calm, and measured. Instead of shopping in vain, I want you to follow these 3 simple steps. First, check the pantry. Look into your kitchen cabinet right now. Identify which items, if they were to disappear tomorrow or double in price, would immediately disrupt your family's life. Just focus on those things. Next, remember the +2 rule. On your next trip to Costco, instead of just buying the exact amount you need, grab an extra 1 or 2 backup units of the critical items I mentioned. That is the safe number for you to get through the supply chain disruption without wasting money or storage space. And don't forget to check the price tag. Make it a habit to look for the asterisk. Asterisk. If you see it on your favorite item, that's the final signal for you to take action. I know that each area, each Costco warehouse can have different fluctuations, so I would really like to hear from you. Have you discovered any other products that are also showing the Death Star mark? Or is there any item you just bought and noticed a decline in quality? Please leave a comment below. If you find this video provides you with practical value, please give me a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I will continue to closely monitor the situation at the warehouses and provide updates as soon as there are new developments regarding the 2026 product list. Finally, an important note. All information in this video is based on personal observations, market reports, and community feedback at the time of filming. Costco reserves the right to change their policies, prices, and product offerings at any time without prior notice. This video is for informational and reference purposes only, not official investment or financial advice. Always make purchasing decisions based on your actual needs and your family's financial capacity. Thank you for taking the time to follow along. Be a mindful shopper, wishing your family always has delicious and warm meals. See you in the next videos.